Welcome to our Zero Waste in Business webinar. My name is Stephanie and I'm the founder of We Go Zero, a zero waste consultancy based in Amsterdam, and our mission is to make it easy and accessible for people to go zero waste. And we are offering services for individuals as well as for businesses. And today we will speak about zero waste in business in particular. And I hope that I can engage you and inspire you to make a change also in a business environment, which is quite challenging sometimes. And I want to make this easier as well for you today. And I'm very happy to have you here. And we will also have some experts working in the field already, speaking at our Zero Waste in Business webinar today, Victoria and Steph, and I will introduce them a bit later. And yeah, let's get started and make change happen. As we already mentioned, there are many obstacles that we are facing while moving towards zero waste in the business environment. First of all, we have to deal with customers who have specific expectations on products and services in regards to being convenient, time efficient, and being cheap. And then on the other hand, there is a lack of knowledge in the field of circular businesses. At the moment, there is no standardized waste infrastructure. Most of our business models are outdated and are not adjusted to a circular economy. Often there are governmental restrictions that make it harder for us to be part of a circular economy. Recycling technologies are not where they should be at the moment. Use of materials and overconsumption also often stands in our way while moving towards zero waste, and also excessive consumerism. But where there are challenges, there are a lot of opportunities as well. So, for example, with moving closer towards zero waste, and we will see some examples later, you can lower your costs, you can target new customer segments, you can promote sustainability as a company, you can raise awareness, you can make an impact for future generations. And I'm very happy to have some very young attendees here today. You can create networks in the industry and co-create something instead of competing. With moving towards zero waste in the business environment, you can reverse the damage of the last decade. It's not too late. It has only been 17 years that we are using single-use plastics like we do today. So it's not a hopeless case. We can turn back the clocks. There's still time, but we have to take action now. And you can educate on how to operate in a circular business environment. And of course, be a pioneer in your field. There are not many businesses who are working in a circular way yet, but there are some pretty amazing ones. What is zero waste? In very easy words, sending nothing to the landfill. And the principles of zero waste consist of 5 R, which are refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and rot. And normally I make kind of a quiz out of it, but today I will just skip this part and move on and say 1-2 sentences about how zero waste is different or how zero waste is connected to a circular economy. Circular economy you can see as an umbrella, and zero waste is one part of it. And using zero waste practices is basically preventing waste therefore designing out waste and pollution. And also it's connected with the term of reusing. So you keep products and materials in use and therefore regenerate natural systems and most importantly, regenerate soil, which is directly connected with the fifth principle of zero waste, which is rotting, which is one of my favorite topics. And I'd be very happy to answer some questions about this at the end of our webinar. Some quick examples about zero waste swaps in a business environment. So we have a company, BioBean, which is the largest recycler of coffee grounds, turning your morning brew into fire logs, which is quite amazing. Then we have Madasta, who is a pioneer in documenting building materials and therefore facilitating reuse of the materials. And then we have Board Now, which is an organization that promotes alternatives to fossil fuels and therefore promotes an industry that enables businesses and individuals to fly with non-toxic fuels, which is a revolution. All the solutions are out there. All we have to do is to make it happen. And two wonderful women who already made it happen are part of our webinar today. And I give a very warm welcome to Victoria Neuhofer and Stephanie Sinko, who are the co-founders of Damn Plastic.
Or the
founders of Damn Plastic, a zero waste shop based in Salzburg. Welcome.
Hi. So as Stephanie said, well, I'm Victoria, that is Stephanie, and we are the founders of Damn Plastic. We actually are a startup, like we are 1 year and 3 months right now, and everything what happened last year is just like insane how fast it was. So it's not only about the store. We have the first store in Salzburg, the flagship store, which actually it's like, for me, zero waste is perhaps something not like just like telling people to stop using things. I would say it's also like just to use things that are like circular. So what we have in our stores are actually products that are made out of trash that already support a cleanup and support other social projects, for example, in that case, that the person that is buying the things already made a passive impact, which is for us very important because we are convinced that people are just like too lazy and too convenient to change something or to really change something or to get like, even if you know, we hear everywhere about like plastic is bad, zero waste is good in the news, and still people are not really moving their asses because it's not like hurting enough. So we try to actually take the person from the other way around to just like actually show them something that is cool and sexy, and they just like want to get in, and they actually are trapped in our trap, and we start actually to tell him what is zero waste and why we think it's important, and then they just like start to think that things are cooler then. So to sum it up, we have now in the store over 300 partners. So it's over 300 startups that are actually working in the zero waste field to make actually this happen, that a consumer can buy already a good positive product, one that is, as I said, made out of trash or support actually like the entire waste process. So it's produces less trash while using it. And on the other side, we try to actually show people that you can be sustainable without like really changing yourself. I think this is like the most important part, because persons do not want to get eco. Like 99% of the person, they want to stay normal. They want to fly on vacation. They want to eat everything what they see. So it's actually our job, or let's say the job of the businesses, to give the end consumer a product that they can use without like sacrificing their life or something. Would you say that?
I totally agree.
But girls you can see the passion and the drive, and you were like just rolling all over my questions, and this is the spirit we need. This is the spirit we need, and just please keep on rolling above everyone else, because that is what will make change happen. But let me ask you 1, 2, 3 questions that might be interesting for our audience as well. So maybe Steph, can you tell us a little bit about your story and how you founded the Zero Waste Store and why?
Why? So the Zero Waste Store, that was kind of spontaneous. Actually, we started in the event business because I was working in the event sector for 10 years ago. And we were working so hard all the time. And then when we made party, and then we saw all the trash on the floor. And this is how it started. We wanted to show the people that they can make party. They can be as they are always, but without plastic or without the single-use plastic.
Or without harming the environment.
Yeah. But this is the problem at events or in the hotels or everywhere when many people are in one place, that so much single-use plastic is used. And so it started, and then the store came, because Victoria saw the real estate in Salzburg in the middle.
I just wanted it.
And we thought, okay, there are so many cool startups and cool products, but they're not in one place, and we have this one place where everyone finds such products, not only in the beauty sector or in the cleaning sector, everywhere, in the fashion, in
we cover
food,
like every
and,
sector,
and drinks and kitchen and bathroom and
yeah,
stereo, everywhere. And this is what then
talking about your products, how do you choose your partners, and what is your criteria for choosing a sustainable business?
So as I said, for me, important is that the end consumer can buy something and already be like more positive than before, just because he knows what to buy. And it's our job to actually make it in that way that the products that we are choosing are actually giving exactly that output that we want to have. We want that if somebody, for example, like if you walk by the store, you just watch and you just like think, what the hell is damn plastic? Because it's funny, it's really like very colorful, and when you walk in, it do not look like a zero waste store or a sustainable eco store or something. It's just like more fancy and just like fun. So if a person is going in, they buy a bag, for example, because she wants to have the beautiful bag, and she buys that bag, and we have that bag because I'm talking about this bag. Stephanie will bring now. It's about that you buy this bag and you're collecting 150 kilograms of plastic. And I know which institution I actually supported with this bag.
For example,
this one.
It is made of plastic, but it's upcycled. So it's in the cycle. It's not the single-use plastic. It's a beautiful bag made of plastic.
Beautiful.
Is one of our over 2,000.
And it's just like, products. And the person that you would never think that she is like interested in being sustainable, she will get this information because we are talking to the customers, sometimes too much perhaps, but this is like our goal. So our employee in the store, she will tell you know what, you just like collected 150 kilograms of plastic. How cool is that? Wow. And did you know that?
That is inspiring.
And then she starts to think about it, and she will come again because she was coming again. And then just like said, you know what, I was traveling yesterday with the car and I was just like putting on the gas pretty much. So I want to wash my, let's say, my soul clean. What can I buy that is just like leveling up what I did yesterday? And if this is like the first step before the next time she would perhaps take a train, it's a good step for me. It's a better way than those zero waste stores that are already out there, where you just do not collect all the person, but just the person that is interested in that point. I hope that I explained it correctly.
Yes, and to summarize it, it's all about a mindset change. And with those little, or with a product, you can initiate a ripple effect that can have a much bigger indirect impact that you may not see in the beginning. But exactly with a bag like that, if someone carries this bag every day and has this story in the back of his mind, it will make this person's mind shift to a more circular thinking. And this is amazing. And this is also great educational work that you do with products.
I think we do the educational work not with pointing with the finger on the people, but with coming from the other side, yeah, to show them
That's
afterwards, hey, that was good, or hey, I was at an event without plastic.
And also, I know you support quite small startups in the beginning of their journey, and you buy those products, and you buy, I think, only within Europe.
Yes, I mean, just to clarify why we're taking startups, because they're totally transparent, and especially those ones that having like that offering now like manufacturing of sustainable products, for example, you can ask them really everything. They show you the production, the entire manufacturing process. They are openly talking about the entire like CO2 waste that they have and how do they compensate that, or how do they think to generally like produce less waste. And if you're talking with bigger companies, it's not like that. They are starting to lie to you. And we actually have a lot of examples also from products that we actually bought from bigger companies because they are just like known for being sustainable. And then we just, after Corona, we actually recognized how many things they are taking from Asia without telling us. And they said like it's fully made in Germany or in France, and it was just like bullshitting. So that's why we said we want to work just with companies that are, first of all, telling us everything what we want to know. If we get the feeling that they try to hide something, or just like a better example, if they send us a sample and this sample is packed in fucking plastic, I'm sorry, it's just like getting, you know, you're getting so annoyed, because if they cannot do the small step to send the samples at least with less waste, then I do not believe that the entire supply chain is actually made correctly. So in this point, they are out for me. So these are like things that we are looking for as it comes to the companies.
So you're actually also with Damn Plastic, you're creating a network of circular businesses that are really following the zero waste practices as well, and you make sure that they are true about their mission of reducing plastic and chemicals.
Yes.
Because sometimes, you know, sometimes they have a really shitty marketing. They would not, I will be totally honest, they would not have survived in the internet or something, because mostly the people would not want to buy it. So if they are in our store, they will get now the image that we have, and which is just like quickly gone, because now we have 3 stores and are opening another 3 now.
Wow, so, yeah, that was my next question. Like, how are you going to expand this awesome business concept, and what are your future plans?
The closest next step is the pop-up store in Vienna. We will have one for 3 weeks. In 2 weeks for 3 weeks. Exactly. And yeah, we're in the final negotiations with a fixed store in Vienna. So a second flagship. No, there is no second flagship store.
No, there's one flagship store, a second store in Linz, and a third one in Vienna.
True. And of course, we will also offer to franchise our stores. So and we have already many inquiries.
Yesterday
in
from
Graz,
yeah, a new one.
Nice.
And we have 2 partners already in Germany, in Dresden and in Leipzig.
Okay. How does your franchise system work, and where do you offer it?
Well, we offer it worldwide, because the point is actually to have a Damn Plastic store everywhere, so every person can actually get in and get the magic happen. By the way, this one is a recycled one. So the offering would be everywhere, but of course it's now in the EU as it comes to the contract that we already have like prepared, because we are in our rights still. But we do have already a request from the Maldives, as well as a master franchise from the USA. So we are already actually in perhaps quicker somewhere else than in our own country. But what we offer is actually, we want that to open a Damn Plastic store should be as easy as possible, to make it like as quick as possible also to happen in the real world. So you do not have to buy the products, for example. We are offering the products. So the franchisee is actually just paying what they have sold after 4 weeks. So they have not like a huge risk on their side when they start. What they do have as a risk is if after 12 months they could not sell it, they need to buy it. So also the other part of the supplier is also like the risk is taken. So both sides are actually just on a happy way, let's say. What the franchisee just needs to do is actually to buy the furniture. What we're gonna tell them which one, because the half of the furniture you must make by yourself by upcycling techniques, which we have like a DIY booklet that you need to do it by yourself.
Nice.
That's the part. And on the other side, it's made of recycled carton. That is our own design, which is made in Germany. So they need to actually make the same design in the next manufacturer. Like, they do not need to buy it from Germany. If they, for example, are in Spain and there is a company that make the carton and they can use just like the stems for our design, they need to make it there just like to shorten the supply chain. So they are, I don't know, there are 100 points how we do the franchise, but just like to sum it up, it's easy and you just need about 10,000 euros to start with a damn plastic store. And that's like...
That was my next question. What would be needed to start the damn plastic store? If someone from the audience would like to start a store like this, it's 10,000 euro of starting capital. And then is the like the basic setup included, or would that be something that comes separate?
No, what is 10,000 euros is just like to build the store, to have the furniture, and the products are coming anyway in, or the stickers. What of course is not included is the rent. I don't know what kind of rent you have, or perhaps some franchisee have their own store already and they just like want to put them something in, or perhaps they want to buy it and not rent it. So these are costs that are of course not on my side, but to have the concept and to start, just like to have a store, you need, in our case, 3 days. If you're slower, then you perhaps need 1 week to open the store, but then it's finished. So it's easy to build up and it's also quickly to open. And to first, of course, you also need to make money. That's the part to make it sustainable. And of course, what we also want, and this is like in our franchise book, you are only like getting 70% of our products like from our side, and 30% needs to be regional, because we want to, perhaps you are, I don't know, you are in
Nice.
Berlin and 5 kilometers from you, there is a grandma that is making some socks and you want to put the socks in because it's like regional and handmade and you support that, then it's perfect. But it's actually, you need to do that to fill the store with 30% by your own.
All right. Sounds like a plan, girls. I know that you are about to jump on the next call or train or whatever. So if someone has questions for Stephanie and Victoria.
Nicolas has 2.
Okay.
Indeed.
All
Yeah.
right. Yes. Hi.
This is my daughter.
Hi.
Busy with her phone. Sorry about that. I wanted to ask for startups, for instance. We have a startup. I just explained that I have a startup. It's a tech recruitment company. But my wife's got an e-shop for kids' clothing, and she just started off. So you know, we are also trying to make biodegradable or better packaging and clothes that are not really harming the environment, because we are conscious about this. Now, when it comes to the packaging, what can we do in order, because we also want to let our clients know that we're taking care of the environment by using packaging that is, you know, not harming the environment. What advice would you give us? Do you have any, I say, affiliates in the industry that we could maybe design packaging with them?
Yeah, we have a lot of them.
Okay.
I think what was like the part what we were talking about now was the B2C part, but our biggest part is actually the B2B part, where we actually are into packaging. So one of our main pillars is actually sustainable packaging, and we have here I think 3 of them are just already making clothing packaging. So they are actually, it depends like how much do you want, like, what is your maximum of the price you want to pay per package? I mean, I know that question is always like that, because they are like, if you really want to make something sustainable, then the packaging should totally disappear by themselves. So it needs to be like based on mushrooms, for example, or based on hemp in English, hemp, or on hemp basis. But these are like they are cost more. But if you want to at least like find a more sustainable packaging that you already have, or that is just like made by those bigger industries, then you would need definitely go to something that is already recycled. And I know this is like sounds like really stupid right now, because mainly people think that paper is better than plastic, but actually it's not true. The paper needs way more eco balance. It soaks more like, it gives more bad out than it takes in, for example, compared to recycled plastic. If you're taking plastic that is recycled from cleanups, for example, so someone really took it out and made a new package, that it makes for now, it makes a better impact. Because even if you use biodegradable foils, for example, they do not biodegrade like that. They still will kill animals, because it still need a lot of time till it really starts to degrade. And the other problem is that even for example, in 3 years, we have bins that you can, collect your biodegradable plastic inside, and the government is taking that. The point is here that we do not have the machinery to really compost it. Our industry or the machinery that we have are for 30 days. So everything what lands inside, like for example, banana peels, it's just like for 4 weeks inside this machine. But even a banana peel needs at least 3 months to compost. So now what we do is to put that in, and after 4 weeks, we burn it anyway. So again, we actually used a degradable, more sustainable, let's say, material, but at the end, we cannot actually close the loop. What we can do, we can close the loop with plastic. And that's why for me, and what I have learned in the last years, it's better to keep something in the cycle that we already have, instead of actually going for a new material and actually waste way more. Because if we are going just for PLA and all the kind of bioplastic right now, we need so much corn and so much rice, that we are using so much water and so much energy, that at the end, you can actually, it's the eco balance would be way worse. Actually, it is now. So as it comes to your question with your packaging, I would need to see the product. I would need to see how you can pack it. Can we squeeze it? Can it be smaller? Can we just like use it and use, for example, plant-based colors and write it on it's recycled? Please recycle me again. Just tell them I already recycled it for you. Yeah, it is plastic, but it's better right now as it comes to the solution. And this is like, all the others, if I'm going to explain them, a lot of customers, which Stephanie, I actually took the part with convincing the customers, because it's always about the price. And at the end, if it's not about the price, it's about the greenwashing part. If I'm going to tell them recycled plastic is better because it is better, but they still going to take the paper because it looks more sustainable. This is for me like the hardest part right now, because companies are actually working like that right now. And I would say like all of them. If someone calls me and wants to have like a, like a consulting part, and I'm going to tell them, it's mainly a no, because they actually go for the worst part that looks better.
All right. Okay, good. And I don't know if I have time for question number 2. Anybody else?
Yeah, let's see if someone else has a question.
Yeah,
Vicky,
not...
are you about to leave? So we can...
We have 4 minutes.
Okay, 4 minutes. So are there any other questions besides Nikos? Otherwise, I will also send a follow-up email with Victoria's details. And
all right. Yeah, that works too.
Ask the question. We still have 3.5 minutes. So
okay. Now, my next question was, we are actually, I was advising the guys here that we are also transforming our tech recruitment company to be a little bit more, bio-friendly in terms of not printing too many CVs. And I wanted, as a company, to promote this as well. Now we're building a new platform, and we are also giving or providing accessories, office accessories. You mentioned, you showed a pen and you said that that was recycled, right? Correct?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. Is there a place or is there a place that we as a company can acquire, will buy the material itself, but would like to kind of educate people on our platform, and maybe for a small fee also, not give away, but also charge a small fee, and then maybe give the proceeds. You know, we're not going to take any of the proceeds, but just give the proceeds directly, generate some cash for you guys, but also to create that awareness that, hey, companies, you can use this at your offices, and they're available here, and they can get it on our platform, because we'll have a platform that is, that has a lot of followers. And maybe our lawyers can discuss and see what is possible, so that, if we are promoting this, because as I said it before, I feel strongly about this. I have 2 kids that I'm hoping maybe I will be helping them have a better future. So this is something that is pretty close to.
Vicky, may I answer this? Because I think we have the perfect fit, actually.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And so at We Go Zero, we offer reverse supply chain stories. And this is actually an awareness marketing tool where we show consumers as well as businesses the whole life cycle of a product. And with the marketing packaging, we communicate this reverse supply chain story. So basically, yeah, we turn the supply chain upside down. And we've done this, for example, with a zero waste supermarket in Amsterdam. And what we did is we told the supplier's story. That was the pasta producer, from the earth that the supplier is planting the seed into, to the little plant, to the crop, to the harvesting, to the producing of the pasta, to selling to the shop, and then the reverse way, how it goes to the consumer, and how the consumer composts this product and brings it back into the life cycle. And we can do this with any product or service. And this is what we offer to create more awareness in the field.
Okay.
Stephanie, thank you for inviting us, I would say. It was fun. And all to others, I don't know, I couldn't see anyone and couldn't listen to anyone, but I hope you enjoyed that, and see you perhaps soon.
Someone is clapping. Yeah, I see a lot of people from Greece are joining today. So eventually there is someone who is interested in opening a franchise store in Greece, and I'm also currently here. So I'd be happy. I'd be happy to connect, and I'm happy to be a connection point between all the participants today and Damn Plastic, and facilitate also here connections within the circular economy. Thanks a lot, Steph and Victoria, for joining. And
which is, I think it's nostimos, which it means.
Nostimos means very delicious.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Okay, have a good day to all of you. Thanks for listening.
The most important thing that we have to do to make change happen is to change our mindset. And I believe this starts with very small steps in our private life. And once we adjust it to a zero waste lifestyle, or move closer to sustainability as an individual, it might be a bit hard in the beginning, but at some point you will see you will create a positive impact around you, and those small actions can create huge changes. And this is my last point for today. I am very happy that you joined our webinar today, and I hope that we could give you some inspiration and some insights in zero waste practices in businesses. And we'd be very happy to further support you. You can contact us at any time. Thanks a lot for joining, everyone.